Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 3 gang, y'all, let's get it, y'all. Part 3 gang, y'all, let's get it. Like, scratch, let's get it. Let's go. Man, that jump was crazy, man. That jump was crazy, man. Neil was looking like a psycho. He had a scratch on his forehead, looking like somebody clawed. That jaw looked like somebody clawed him right there on his forehead. Y'all know he bald-headed. My word, he was at the door. Next. Yeah, next. Yeah, get him out my cell. Get him out my cell. The red team dude was like, hey, come on, man. Get up, man. Get up, man. Dude was like, I guess dude was still out. Neil was like, man, get him out my cell now. Get him out my cell now, man. Get him out my cell. So dudes went in there and grabbed him. I mean, they got him up, got him together, got him up. They walked to the front. This man was standing by the front by that jump where they was hiding at first. He was just standing like the wall was holding him up. He was like, I looked at his eye. Man, that man jumped. Man, that man had a freaking Spuds McKenzie. You hear me? Remember the dog? Man, that man had the black. Man, that man had a major ring because he was like my complexion. Man, that man had a major ring around his eye. I was looking like, man, he got socked really crazy. When the West Side dudes say, when the West Side dudes be saying he got socked. Man, that man got socked right here in his freaking eye. Man, he got socked right in his eye, man. I was looking, he was just like the fight was all the way out of him. Like I seen it in his posture, his body, everything. Like the man looked like the fight was all the way out of him. He looked like, please open up this front door. So they trying to get the door open. And the lady like, nah, I ain't opening the door right now. And they like, yo, man, come on, I'm trying to go to the barber shop. They just trying to get the door open. So the barber, they had to get the barber to come out like he trying to get the dude to get a haircut. They was get the door open. I promise you, man, people freaking got dude out like that. They got him out. But when they got dude out, you hear the lady on the intercom say something, so they get out. The red team dude went inside the barber shop because he knew the pressure was coming. The other dude that got beat up, he trying to get into the 43 pod because that's where his pod is at. He trying to get in that jump. The lady don't let him in, man. Long story short, she called the people on him for 229. So the people come in the building. So everybody at the front door seeing what's going on. Everybody at the door looking like, yo, they about to lock dude up because she ain't letting him in his pod. So everybody at the door looking. Everybody that, you know what I mean, is right there. So he's standing up right there. I'm like, yeah, he going down because his eye messed up. Neil was just still, Trillin was still running. Neil was just like this. He walked up to the door. He was like, yeah, he better not tell. Everybody looked down. He was like, watch out, watch out. There was a white dude standing by like the crack because you got to kind of scream through the crack of the door to really like let somebody hear your voice. He's like, watch out, watch out. He knew the white dude. He was like, yeah, and you better not tell. Yeah, you hear me? You better not tell. And he went to the window. Yeah, you better not tell. Yeah, you better not tell. I don't know what dude was saying. I don't know what he was saying. Next thing you know, everybody, yo, the police coming in the building. Police coming in the joint. Police come straight in the joint. They hollering at him. What you doing coming out of this pod? What happened to your eye? What happened to your eye? What's going on with your eye? Oh, you ain't want to say? All right, don't worry about it. Put handcuffs on him. Put handcuffs on him. Put him right there. So they put handcuffs on him. So the red team dude sitting in the barber shop, I know he shook. Because, you know what I mean? I know the lady knew he probably wasn't in the pod, but he got the door open like he was in our pod. So him being in the barber shop and dude getting tore off trying to go to the other pod probably was what threw him off to be able to be safe. So they like, all right, they handcuffed, you know what I mean? So I guess they took him into the council office. So they talked to him in the council office. They talked to him in the council office. Everybody outside rec. Majority of everybody outside rec. So they having a conversation. Next thing you know, everybody on the police coming in here. The police noise, slide the door, open up. See them come in the jump, walk in the jump. Everybody line up in front of their door right now, man. Come on, put the cars up, get away from the microwave, hurry up out this shower, man. It was a dude in the shower. Sergeant dude went to the shower, said, psh, psh, psh. He smacked the shower curtain. He said, hurry up in this shower, man. Hurry up, everybody line up in front of the door. The faster y'all line up in front of the door, the faster we be finished. Yeah, and y'all can go on and continue on with y'all life, doing y'all biz. Yeah, but we got a fighter in here. We got somebody that know how to hit hard. He was just looking around, he was like, we got somebody that know how to hit real hard, too. The way that boy eye look. Yeah, who done it though? I'm gonna find out who done it. And when you done it, you go into the hole. We gonna find out though. We just looking around. Yeah, we gonna find out. We gonna find out. Some dude, last dude get out the shower. He go line up in front of his door, so the sergeant went from door to door. We see your face? Take your scully off. Lift your hands up. Take your shirt off. Take your shirt off. Turn around. They check you. You know what I mean? All right, go on your cell. They did the jump, the whole bottom tier. Now they coming around. They get into Neil jump. They get around the Neil jump. He standing over there with Josh. He standing over there. He like, Neil trying to look serious. He like, his shirt already off and everything. I told y'all he had that little scar right there though. He had the little scar. You know what I mean? So he like, he's standing there. He like, dude come around. Looked at his roommate. I was like, what? He didn't see the scar? Now the scar, you know, a brand new scratch. Like, you know, I guess he cleaned it real good. And I got the blood, got it from bleeding. But so it was like, I guess like a real skinny little line. But when I seen him, it was bleeding. It looked worse than I thought it was until we was getting lined up on the line. You know what I mean? It was coming to check everybody. So I guess he won't bleed it. Like the sergeant's super lazy. He didn't catch it. He didn't catch the joke, man. So I'm standing up there saying probably like, man, if they catch it, man, I'm gonna get this ball 50. I'm super petty, y'all. I'm sorry. Like, but Neil, man, like, he ain't supposed to involve me in this, man. I wanted to keep the ball 50, y'all. So boom. So Neil don't get past the jump. He go do the rest of the bottom tier, come to the top tier, do us. After that, he ain't find nothing. He was like, all right, it's like that then. It's like that then. Like, all right, we gonna find out who's sneakiest. Yeah, we gonna see. We gonna see. So he just keep talking jump. He told us we can go back to Empire Rec. So everybody went to Empire Rec. So when we came downstairs, everybody was like, yo, this jump crazy. My homeboy Ty was like, man, I told you, bro, he a psycho, bro. He a psycho. Like, man, that's crazy. They ain't see the scratch on his head. So I walked up over there, like after like 10 minutes, I walked over there where Neil was at, and I looked at his head, and it wasn't really a scratch. Like it was, it was a scratch, but it just wasn't, I guess it was so thin. It was like a thin scratch. Like he closed it, he cleaned it, closed it, and it was like, it looked like his regular skin. You would have to really lock in to really see that it might start bleeding all over again, you know what I mean? But he got away from the shit for the most, but he got away with the jump for the most part. So as soon as the police left out, Neil was like, yeah. He was super happy. He was like this. He was like, yeah, that's what I do. Yeah. Yeah, hey, Weezy, that's what I do, man. They keep thinking I'm a game. They keep playing with me, man. Yeah, that's what they do, man. They keep playing with me, man. They think I'm soft, man. They think I ain't gonna stick up for everybody that be paying me, Weezy, man. Yeah, yeah. Next thing you know, you hear the police noise again. You see the sergeant walk in. He was looking around. He was like, you, come here. I was standing over there, bro. I'm like, who, me? I'm like, no, him, you. Neil was like, me. He was like, yeah, come here. Neil walked up. He was like, come on. That's my word. He took Neil out. I mean, so the door closed. Boom. So Neil went to go talk to them, I guess. He's like, yo, look out the window. Look out the window. Look out the window. I go look out my homeboy window and sleep on that side. You can see out the boulevard. You look up, you just see Neil walking the medical like. Neil had the handcuffs on, y'all. So boom. I was like, oh, they got him, man. I was like, yo, how they get him? How did they get him, man? I was like, this is crazy right here. So they took Neil. I look over at Josh and them. Josh and them looking freaking like they freaking just lost their dad. That's what it looks like. Forget best friend or they moving. They look like they just lost their dad. Man, this man Josh looking sad, super duper sad. This man looking super duper sad, man. So their guy is gone. Neil is gone, man. And for real, now they gotta send me $50 a piece this week. So I said, look, when I seen Josh, I was like, no, look, man. I said, look, I'm gonna hold the money for bro, which I was, but I was like, if he don't get out the hole, then I'm keeping it, you know what I mean? But I kind of figured he was gonna get out the hole anyway, you know what I mean? Cause like, this is before I knew like how Lawrenceville Hold is ran, you know what I mean? On Sussex 2, it's a whole different ball game because Sussex 2 has room to put people. Lawrenceville only had like freaking 40 cells for people in the hole. That was the hole. So like, I didn't know they get out and come back out. They get locked up and get out policy was a turnover that fast. You know what I mean? I never knew that. So I was like, man, so I let him Josh like, yeah, man, next Friday. It's always next Friday, every other Friday. I'll make sure everybody else gets straight, man. You know, like, man, that's my bud right there, man. Like, I'm like, man, that's crazy, man. I was like, they got rid of Neil, man. I'm like, that's crazy. So they come back and packing stuff up. It was official. Neil was out of here, man. So I'm just chilling now. I'm just waiting on next Friday. Cause I'm like, yo, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm messing around and spin that jump and then just hit him back. I don't know what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? I want this $150 game. So next thing you know, it's probably like Wednesday. So it's probably like Wednesday or something. You know what I mean? Neil done been back there probably like 3-4 days, going on 5 days or something like that. I lose track. So he back there, you know, it still wasn't a long period of time he was back there. So, you know, as soon as you go to the hole, they always feel your joint with somebody else. So they end up bringing this black dude and this white dude in the joint. So the white dude that they bring in, he was kind of like a big white dude too. You know what I mean? He was kind of a big white dude. You know what I mean? He didn't look like he was, you know what I mean, soft or nothing like that. He didn't look like he was a pushover. He looked like he was from like one of the counties somewhere, but just was like one of those tough white guys, though I ain't even gonna lie. So he came in the joint. He went in the other cell. The other black dude went in the cell with Josh. So I'm like, man, they already placed the cell and everything. So it's over with for Neil coming back to this pod. So as soon as the white dude get in the joint, it was like, I don't know what made him like kick it with Josh and them, but like I look up and he's kicking it with Josh and them. And I'm like, when I see it, I'm like, man, dude has got the pod. He, like I said, he one of them experienced white dudes and know what's going on, this and that, da da da. So as I'm chilling, Josh was like, hey, Weezy, come here for a second. I'm like, what's up? He called me over there. I'm like, what's good? He said, hey, look, man. He said, man, look, man, this is Zach right here, man. He was like, look, he's looking for some Lala, man. Like, you know, usually, Neil will be able to find it for us. He was like, you know what's I'm at? He's trying to probably, we trying to spend some money. I'm like, I mean, I could find out. I could go ask my homeboy. I was like, I'm fairly new in this joint too. I said, I'll find out though and let you know. He was like, all right, let me know. And I looked at dude Zach. Dude Zach was like, yeah, man, please, if you don't mind, man. Like, like I haven't had nothing over 6 months, man. I'm just trying to, mess with the la. That's all I'm trying to do, man. Like, if you can make that happen for me, man. If you can make that happen for me. I was like, all right, I'm gonna see. You know what I mean? So I go holler at Ty, my homeboy. Ty was like, yo, it's a dude over in 42 part that got the la. He was like, I can go holler at him. But he was like, see what they got first before I go do that. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, so I shoot back down the steps. I see Josh and him again. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, look, what y'all trying to spend? You know what I mean? So as dude saying that, as I was saying that, the white dude that was standing right there by Josh, he was like, hey, look, man, you mind buying it for me, man? And I'll get you back straight, man. I'll get you back straight. Josh was like, yeah, look, man, I don't mind buying it. He was like, but do you mind holding it like it's yours? Because I don't trust a few people in here. They've been looking at me crazy since Neil went to the hole. And it's like, I think they waiting on me to get some la, man. Like, and as he said that, the other white dude was like, yeah, man, you talking about the guys on the red team, right? He's like, yeah, man, like they've been watching me too. You know what I mean? So as he say that, the black dude walked up. The black dude was super duper coward. He walked up, he was like, man, like, we need somebody to hold us down, man. Like, I don't even want to get no numbers unless somebody agree to hold us down. Zach was like, Zach was like, hold y'all down. What you mean hold y'all? The other dude, Josh, was like, man, like we used to give the dude who went to the hole our numbers and he'll buy it and have them like it's ours, just make sure we straight. Dude, Zach was like, I can do that. That's what y'all want me to do? Yeah, I can do that, man. He's like, I used to sell la. Come on, man, ain't nobody gonna take nothing from me. He was like, ain't nobody gonna take nothing from me. I ain't worrying about nothing. I ain't got no problem with nobody. Ain't nobody gonna disrespect me. I ain't gonna disrespect nobody. To hear him talk like that, I already knew that Zach was one of those dudes that grew up in a black neighborhood, y'all. So boom. I'm not saying he was acting black, but like his whole response on to refilling that job that Neil had was too fast. Like he was ready for it. He was ready for the mission. So that means he's been through something like this or something similar, man. So like I just felt like he grew up out the hood. He gave me that type of like, you know what I mean? That type of feeling. So he jumped out there and said that's what he wanted to do. This is what it is. So I'm like, so what y'all trying to spend? So Josh was like, man, look, I gotta pay you 50 Friday, man. He was like, look, let's get something for 100, man. He was like, I got 100. Then the white dude right there was like, I got 50. Then the other black dude was like, I got 50. So these people had $200. These people had $200, man. So right when they was about to hand me the numbers, like dude's asking, like, man, look, these gonna be good, man. Everything's gonna be straight, right? Nobody's gonna get beat, right? Like, I was about to say, bro, these ain't even your numbers. What are you talking about? But I didn't even say that though. He was like, man, I'm just making sure, cause I'm make sure everything good. I was like, man, look, I never wanted to be a protector or nothing. I was just like, long as y'all look out for me, everything's straight. You know what I mean? He was like, all right, everything good. So I go back and holler at Ty. I said, yo, look, bro. I said, yo, they got a deucey ball, bro. They got a deucey ball. I had it in my hand. He was like, that's a deuce. I was like, yeah. He was like, man, dude be giving me 14 spoons for 100. He was like, man, he about to bless me for that 200. He about to bless me for that. I said, make sure you bless me. We split the bless. Don't forget. He was like, oh, yeah. I said, what you think you're going to get? He said, I'm going to try to get 30 spoons. I'm going to try to get 30. I was like, you going to try to get 30? He was like, yeah, we're going to get them 20 and keep 10. I was like, bet. That'll work. Fuck it. That'll work. It's my word. So Ty went to go to the back door. He went to go holler at a dude, you know what I mean? He went back from his cell, went back to the back door again. The whole time Josh and him sitting down at the table acting like they ain't watching us. I know they watching us though. So Ty talking to the dude. So I pinned the whole joint. I'm like, what these dudes doing, man? Y'all already know. Like sometimes the scumbag comes out of me, man. Like, but they gotta pay their toll, man. Like at the end of the day, well, I look like a freaking babysitter, y'all. So boom. Now, even though Zach stepped up to be their protector, at the end of the day, I still got to get my toe feet. You know what I mean? So I said, Ty, I said, look, bro. I said, tell dude don't slide it under the door. He was like, well, how we gonna get it there? I said, nah, look, just, you know what I mean? I said, I got them thinking you gonna make the play for me anyway. They watching you. So I said, just tell dude meet me out in the hallway, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go get it out the hallway. Then I'm gonna come back. Then you act like you get it from the door. I said, when I get it from the hallway, we gonna come back in your city. Ty was like, you a low down, dirty, rotten, crazy vato. But I like that though. I like that. I was like, bro, listen, bro. It ain't like that. I said, if Neil was here, I probably wouldn't have done this. I said, because you know Neil is psycho. I said, but at the same time though, man, like they probably gonna throw me a spoon. And I said, bro, we just gonna get a house, bro. This is how I go, bro. Like, you know, penitentiary is a freaking doggy dog world, man. What do you want me to do? I gotta be a maniac sometimes, y'all. So boom. So he was like, all right, bet, that's a play. So I went on and went out in the hallway, just act like I was doing something. But the whole time, Ty's still at the door playing it off. But he already told dude, yo, boom, 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 boom. So I said, dude, come to the door at 42 pod. He was like, you wheezy? I was like, yeah. He was like, here. That's how that Jay came through the side of their door. He was like, I touched that plastic. I was like, I yanked it out. It was a big piece of paper like this in plastic. He was like, yo, the spoon's in there. He was like, just open that paper up. The spoon's in there. I was like, all right. So I grabbed the jokes. You know what I mean? I came back in the pod when the door opened back up. I came and stood in front of the door. Like, yeah, bro. Yeah, hey, look, man. Tell the Bible, man. Yeah, I need to da-da-da-da. I was talking. And I shot up the steps. I went up the steps like this, though. I was like, that's the sack run. So boom. I get the tie sale. When I get in tie sale, I got this cut. And I was like, looked at Josh and them. Josh and them was just like, I think the white dude looked up there once, like, yeah, man, they drinking their coffee. Like, dude, Zach just, you know, Zach on 1000, he looking like he trying to get this mission completed. So I'm like, I ain't go to paper right time. I was like, oh shit. Just to open it up. I was like, bro, open one spoon up. Open one spoon. Like, man, that spoon decent, man. I'm like, you see that? Yeah, put that back right there. Get it. Yeah. Put that back right there. Another spoon. Yeah, put that back right there. Yeah, one more for the road. Put that over there. Hold on. Ty was like, do 5. I was like, all right. One more. Put that over there. Close that back up. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah. Everything's straight now. You know what I mean? I said, they're going to play fair time. I was like, yeah. He was like, don't forget. We keep telling the spoons. I was like, no, bro, this is a triple win right here, bro. I said, bro, we done came on. He was like, man, shit, the white boys been spending money. I said, well, I know. I said, no, bro. I said, give me the Jones. You know, I was like, no, I'm not like I get it from the door. You know what I mean? So again, we stand up in front of the top door. All you see is Ty bending down. You know what I mean? Looked like he was grabbing something. And he came back up with it. He was like, he got me up and put it in my hand. I was like, when I turned around, I looked up, Josh was like, Zach was like, the white dude and the black dude was like, it was looking me right in my eyeballs, y'all. So boom. I come down the steps like this though. Me holler at you. Josh was like, he got up fast. I was like, let's go to your cell. We did sell. When I got in there, you'd have seen them start coming one by one. The white dude came, the black dude came, and Zach came. Zach came to Joe. Zach was like, let me see how they wait. Let me see how they wait. Look up here. I was like, yo, I got y'all 20 spoons though. For the 200, you got 20. He was like, you got us 20? He said, you know, usually, man, dudes be giving Neil, man, 16. Yeah, they give Neil 16 for the 200. I'm saying in my head, yeah, I bet they was giving Neil 16 for the 200. Neil was keeping a 4 ball for himself, y'all. So boom. This is a doggy dog world. This is penitentiary, man. You gotta pay your toll. If you're gonna be a coward and you gotta go through stuff like this, you gotta pay your toll, man. This is how it go. Y'all know how it go, man. So I'm telling you, man, when he told me Neil was getting 16, I almost laughed at myself because I'm like, Neil Welling. I was like, Neil is Welling. Neil is Welling, man. So I put the 20 right there. They happy for the 20. Like yeah. He's like, yo, y'all split those 10. Yeah, it's my 10 right here. I mean, he was like, man, some white dudes opening up their chest. Like, yeah, it's good right here, man. Black dude, yeah, it's good. So the dude was like, yo, where's mine's at? Where's mine's at, man? Yo, the dude Josh was like, look, man, this is what we gonna do, man. This is how we usually do. He was like, how y'all usually do? He was like, look, first we gotta take care of Weezy. After we take care of Weezy, he was like, look, first things first, we have to take care of Weezy. After we take care of Weezy, man, look, we try to just keep us something that, you know, we can mess with in ourselves during lockdown, stuff like that, man. But other than that, like, you know, we want to keep some food, man. So, you know, we're going to give you the stuff to make the food, man. Like, you know, just do you, man. You can split it, do whatever you want, man. You can have something to smoke whenever you want. Dude Zach was like, I'm with that. Yeah, I'm with that. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. So he was like, all right, look, everybody give Weezy a spoon, man. I was like, I thought about what we already had, and I thought about what we already did. I was like, nah, y'all ain't gotta give me a spoon. I said, bro, look. I said, Zach, give me a spoon. I said, y'all give me a spoon, and I'm good, bro. I'm gonna keep 2 spoons, man. That's all you want? I was gonna give you 4. I was like, nah, you good, man. Y'all good, man. Y'all good, man. Don't worry about that, man. He was like, sure? I was like, yeah, I'm sure. You know what I mean? He's like, all right, man, you know what I mean? So I left. You know what I mean? I left out of there knowing that, man, like, even though I peeled their brains out, man, like, I didn't want to be too greedy, y'all. So boom. So I told him to keep that junk, man. So I went back up to Ty. Ty was up there junk bagging up. I'm like, yo, look, bro, we good. You know what I mean? You might as well put that in the cut. He was like, yo, we straight. He was like, here. He gave me 5 spoons. You know what I mean? Like my own 5. He had his own 5. And we had the pinch joints right there, too. I'm like, man. I was like, roll up the pinch, man. I told him, bro, we was up there tripping. I was like, bro, roll the pinch stuff up, man. The shit we pinched, let's roll that up, man. Let's party off that. So that's what we started doing. So we went on to start going up. So after we went up, I come back downstairs, you know what I mean? I look, I see the dude, Zach, he down there slanging and banging. Zach up there joint trapping. This dude's putting up on him, and he ain't scared either. He ain't scared. He handling business. He getting the food, and he's making sure they right, man. I guarantee you, that night right there, that night went smooth for Josh and them, man, because nothing happened to them. Nobody tried to rob them, man. You know what I mean? The la-la looked like I had it, and then they might have bought it, and then the white dude had it. Everybody already know how they move. But since dudes already knew that, they probably passed it off to the other white dude. I felt like that's what got the red team off their ass, y'all. So boom. So for like 2 days, they in there eating good and chilling and staying the fuck out the way because the nigga Zach got all the pressure on him, man. And Zach is making the bread. So this is like day 8 that the nigga goddamn Neil has been in the hole. So like, I don't know. I'm thinking he gonna get drugged. I'm thinking Neil gonna be back that bitch for eternity. That's what I'm thinking, man. Probably be back out probably in 30 days or some shit like that, man. So it's like day 8. So the white dude Zach filled right in. He filled right in, man. I used to look up, man. I used to see them sitting by Josh, them old cell, Indian style, just kicking it, drinking coffee and lit, having a good time, about to eat a good meal later, man. I really think they really enjoyed hanging with the nigga goddamn Zach. You know what I mean? So on the 9th day, man, goddamn, I'm asleep. Goddamn, I'm asleep. This nigga Ty, he come to my cell. Ty got down. I usually go to his cell. Sometimes he'll come to my chunk because I was downstairs. Nigga Ty come to my cell. I hear knocking the door. I'm like, yo, he like, hey, come to the door, come to the door. I'm like, what's up? Get up, nigga. I'm like, got up. He was like, yo, hey, open up 5 until they open my door. Bow. She popped my door. He come in, he was like, hey, look, you ain't gonna believe this shit. I'm like, what? He was like, man, see word, they brought Neil back in this bitch. I'm like, what? He was like, yeah, he moved in the cell over in the corner by the handicap. I was like, by his old cell? He was like, yeah. So his cell wasn't far from that. His old cell wasn't far from where he moved to. I'm like, man, you wellin', man. So I'm like, let me get my flip-flops, man. I grabbed my flip-flops. I'm like, man, hold on. Let me I stepped out. I seen Neil down that bitch looking, boy, he was wolfing like a bitch. I ain't never seen his beard, nothing. His hair growing back, signed from the Sun game. I ain't never seen that shit. That nigga was standing down there. He was like, I looked over and seen Josh talking to him. Josh was talking to him. You know what I mean? Josh was having a conversation with him. I'm like, damn. I walked up. I was like, what's up, man? Damn it, welcome back. He was like, yeah, man, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. He was like, you got that for me? I was like, yeah, the apartment on that too, y'all. Like, when that Friday rolled around, Josh definitely sent me the $150. You know what I mean? Western Union it to me. So I had the $150. So I was like, yeah, I got it. You just got to get your peoples to be able to, you know what I mean? To see if I can get it Western Union to you. He was like, all right, man, I appreciate that too, man. I appreciate that too, man. I was like, damn, boy, you look rough as a bitch. He was like, no, man, I'm hungry as a bitch. I'm ready to eat, man. I was starving back that motherfucker. Josh was like, man, fuck, man. I'm glad you're back. But look, man, I want to introduce you to somebody, man. He was like, who? He said it just like that. Who? He was like, Zach, man. I looked up. Zach was walking from the microwave like this. Zach was like, he had a chip bag. He was mixing the swollen. He was like, Zach, man. He didn't give him a handshake. He was like, Zach, man, nice to meet you. Neil was like, yeah, man. You know, he's been looking out for us while he was gone, man. So, you know, Zach was like, yeah, Zach was just quiet. Like, I felt like Zach was like, shh. Like, you think I'm gonna get my job up now? Now this motherfucker's gone. You know what I mean? So he introduced Zach. Zach went back to making food. So Neil getting his shit together. So he walked back to the front door. He had to walk past my cell. He walked past my cell. He was like, hey, what you say? I was like, yo. He was like, hey, who the fuck is that white boy with the long hair? I was like, who told the white dude that was making food just now? He was like, yeah. I was like, that's Zach. He was like, who the fuck is he? I was like, bro, he's their new fucking protector. You know what I mean? I said, they be looking out for him now. You know what I mean? He was like, you mean they be looking out for him? I said, bro, you went to the fucking home. He was like, I thought you was gonna step up. I said, bro, that's not my profession. I'm not a protector, bro. Like, ask anybody. Like, I don't do that shit, man. He was like, so you say he holding them down now? I was like, bro, I'm saying yes. I was like, yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. You know what I mean? He was like, they paying him the money to do. I was like, I don't know. I said, but I know they did tell him exactly what the fuck you was doing. So I don't know if they gave him all the details. So he was like, one thing about it, Weezy, ain't nobody gonna fuck my business up, Weezy. I'm right back, start my motherfucking business up, cause there's another dude I met in the hole. I'm gonna try to get him moved over here. He need the same protection. I'm like, bro, you ain't tired of protecting niggas, man. You just went to the fucking hole. He's like, hell no, the job pay good. And I ain't gonna let that motherfucker take my job. I'm like, bro, all right, bro. I was like, you know, Zach looking like, you know what I mean? Zach ain't trying to go for that shit, you know what I mean? So the rest of the day I went on. After I hollered at him, the rest of the day I went on. The nigga got his shit together, went out there and got a haircut. After he got his shit together, he hit the la-la. And that's when he was back to his normal self. So I don't know what the fuck had happened. They all was in the cell. Zach, him, the white dude, the other black dude, they all was in the cell messing with the la-la. I don't know what the fuck had happened, but all I know is, y'all know we on the same road. Me and they said was on the same road, but all I know is, while I'm in the cell, I hear somebody say, man, oh, fuck that, dude. Nah, fuck that. I don't want to fuck to hear that shit, man. The fuck? I ain't trying to hear that shit. So I'm like, fuck is that? So I get up, I come to the door, open my door. I look down. Of course, it's coming from their direction. I look, the door pop, they door open up. I just see Zach come out that jump. Zach was like, nah, fuck that. Nah, fuck that, man. Like, I ain't trying to hear that shit, man. They my friends too, man. The fuck you think this is? They my friends too, man. I fuck with Josh. When he said that, all you heard was the nigga Neil was like, you just fucking met him. How the fuck you mess with him? You just met him. You don't fucking know him. The fuck wrong with you? I was only gone for 2 weeks. The fuck you think this is? God damn it. That nigga Zach was like, yeah, all right. Fuck that shit, man. Neil was like, yeah. You heard what the fuck I said, man. Stay away from my homeboys, man. He was like, stay, so you want, I can't even be fucking friends with them? Fuck you, man. Fuck you. He snapped out for the whole posse. He just left, walked out, went to his cell. Everybody was like, oh, I got quiet. That shit was like, I promise you, man, I damn near heard the goddamn casino music. So boom, my word, goddamn, that nigga Neil came out. That nigga was looking. He was like this. Goddamn, like what Zach said when he got to fucking say. Goddamn, homeboy Zach came down the steps about to make his food. He was like, shh. Fucking maniac Neil ain't been out the whole 2 days and he already ready to fight again. I said, bro, you already know what he ready to fight for, bro. He mad that the white dude took his spot. You know what I mean? He mad that the white dude took his spot, man. So, goddamn, them niggas came all out. They all out in the park. Me and Ty stand over there by the microwave. So, goddamn, the nigga Neil got Josh, the other white dude and the black dude at the table. He got, there's four seats at the table. He got his foot on the seat, standing up over top of them. They all sitting down. So me and Ty stand over there. Ty was like, look at this shit, man. I looked back, I was like, shh. And it was like, hey, so look, man, fuck that shit, man. We can call it like this, man. God damn it. Who the fuck y'all want protecting y'all? Be honest too, man. Don't be scared, Josh. Who you want protecting you, man? And nigga Josh was like, and I seen Josh do that. I was like, oh, he about to pick white boy Zach. So boom. The man put his head out. That man was like, I mean, you was gone, man, and like, you know, like, my mom is not gonna keep switching up with who I send my money to, man. So, you know, like, I was thinking you was going to another pod and you was gonna find other people to protect, man, and like, you wasn't gonna be able to protect us from afar anyway. So, you know, I just paid Zach, man. He was like, so you paying Zach now, huh? He looked at the other white dude. He said, you paying him too? White dude was like, he looked at the black dude. Black dude was like, he said, so what y'all saying? So what y'all saying? Y'all don't want me to, y'all don't want my protection no more? That's what y'all telling me. Josh was like, look, man, you're cool, man, but we already have somebody. We have somebody, man. Like, with this guy here, he's doing a great job, man. And like, you know, I'm cool with him, man. Like, you know, like, we're gonna hang out when I get out. You know, we get out around the same time. He's like, I ain't trying to hear that motherfucking shit. That nigga went to sell. I was like, oh shit. That nigga went to sell. Goddamn, 2 minutes later, nigga merged with them goddamn New Balances tight. Them shits was long as a bitch. Them shits look like a goddamn whole Subway bread, y'all. So boom. The laces that I promise you, he was like, he got them shits right. He was like, tied them bitches up. He was like, he tied them bitches up. He was like, let me holler at you, Josh. Let me holler at you, Josh. Josh was like, what, man? Like, come on, man. It's not that serious, Neil, man. You know I always rock with you, Neil. I say you get whatever from you, man. It's not like that, man. Like, we don't need 2 people protecting us, man. He was like, nah, let me holler at you right quick. So as he saying that, the other white dude like, Neil, come on, man. Don't do this. Like, nah, fuck that. Let me holler at you. Let me holler at you right quick, man. Goddamn, Josh got up, walked in the cell. As soon as he walked in the cell, you heard like a punch. Goddamn, nigga hit the ground, boxes, boom, boom. Nigga was like, yeah, fucking dumbass. You, come here. You come here. He called the old white dude. He was like, you, come here. That nigga looking evil in the face. You, come here. You, come here. White dude was like, man, I'm not coming in there, man. He said, yeah, motherfucker, come here. He pointed at the black dude, put your ass in. Let me holler at you. Black dude was like, fuck that, man. Fuck that shit, man. This word, goddamn, Zach was in this door looking at the whole shit. Zach like, he was watching shit. I see Zach look like he getting mad. Zach look like he getting mad. Lady said, exit out for child. Exit out for child. All this shit going on. We didn't even know child was on standby. So everybody get to moving. The niggas looking like, oh shit, what the fuck about to happen when we leave? So everybody looking like this. I looked up. Goddamn, all you see was Josh just coming out like, Josh cell was right next door. Damn near Josh came out of goddamn Neil's cell. Like, went to his cell. Goddamn, you see the nigga Neil come out. And nigga Neil came out. He put a shirt on. He came out. He's like, fuck y'all. Y'all think y'all ain't gonna fucking pay me? We gonna see who the fuck will be comfortable. You think you been bullied? Yeah, damn it, you ain't seen bully yet. Motherfuckers, all y'all gonna fucking pay. Yeah, and y'all gonna make that motherfucking Zach. You gonna pay too, motherfucker. And nigga Zach was just in his door watching. That nigga was just in his door watching. So I'm like, so everybody like, damn, that nigga Neil going out for child. Going out for child, so everybody was like, man, this shit crazy, man. This shit wild as a bitch. Goddamn, that nigga Zach. As we started going out for child, we came out the door, Neil walking, he still talking shit. He talking shit by himself. We going up the sidewalk, he like, yeah, we get my 50 bills. He like, yeah, fuck them. Motherfuckers, they ain't gotta pay me. They ain't gotta pay me. Man, I looked, man, I seen Zach running. Zach was running like this. Man, Zach ran up behind that motherfucker and locked in the sock his dumb ass. Man, that shit, when that shit hit that nigga Neil, man, that shit hit like the back of his head and the back of his neck. That's what it looked like. It hit, man. He hit that motherfucker. Boom! He hit that nigga Neil said. That nigga buckled. That nigga white dude said. He saw that bitch again, hit that nigga right here. Boom! All you see is blood. Blood hit the jump. Goddamn, he saw that bitch again. Neil grabbed that motherfucker and caught goddamn that nigga ass with the left. Boom! Man, he stole the fuck out of Zach, man. He still got the lock. Zach trying to get the Zach. Zach took the punch. Zach was like, this word, police ran, tackled both of their ass. Boom! Tackled both of them dumb ass niggas. Goddamn, got them niggas. That nigga Neil snapping out. His shit leaking all on the fucking ground. Nigga white boy goddamn Zach like, fuck that shit. He threatened me. That big motherfucker threatened me. What the fuck else, yo? They was like, give me the fucking lock. Nigga still had the lock in the jump, the sock in his hand. They was like, give me that shit. Let it go. Let it go. They handcuffed his ass. I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh, this shit crazy, man. They got them niggas. You know what I mean? They took the motherfuckers to the hole. We go to child. Everybody child like, yo, man, that nigga hit that nigga hard as a bitch and in the back of his neck with that goddamn lock. I was like, man, that nigga gonna have a lump back there. I heard that shit when it smacked that nigga Neil. I said, that nigga gonna be lumped up tomorrow, man. That nigga gonna be lumped up tomorrow, man. So everybody was like, yo, that shit crazy, but for real, that nigga Neil deserved that shit, man. That nigga just threatening the white dude like the white dude was pussy. You know what I mean? Like that nigga ain't nobody gonna be taking threats like that from a nigga that's that big, man. Came back, Josh and him still in the pod, you know, he didn't go to the hole. But both of their protectors are gone, man. Both of their protectors are gone, man. I pulled up on Josh. I was like, look, this is what it's gonna be, man. I want $100 every 2 weeks from y'all niggas, man. Pay me for the new services. Now, I ain't say that, y'all. That's a word I ain't say. I ain't say shit to Josh no more, to be honest with y'all. I ain't say nothing to him. You know what I mean? I knew for a fact he was gonna find somebody else to do the job, but I know they was happy that at least Neil was out of there, man. What I was happy was that, goddamn, I was able to keep that ball 50 game. I was able to keep that ball 50 game, man, because they never let Neil back out the hole. Neil never came back out the hole. I don't know if he was bucking back there or he snapped out before there. He never came back out the hole, and I was able to keep the ball 50, man. So I walked away, man. He had his own business, but I walked away with the bread, man. Y'all know they moved me to 60 building to San Francisco game a month later or some shit like that. I ended up going to San Francisco, man, and like I seen Josh over there. So I don't know how he ended up over on that side, but he was in 70 building, living a good life, man. And I think he had somebody protecting him over there, man. So that's just how I go, man. Niggas need protection and shit like that happens, man. But Neil didn't like that dude cut his nuts. Zach got out the hole too. Zach was one of them wild white boys too. Zach got out the hole. I seen Zach, you know what I mean? He still fuck with Josh and them, man. But that shit was crazy. Y'all ain't even gonna lie, man. That's the damn story though, y'all. I appreciate y'all for watching another one, man. Y'all already know the count. Stay your ass out the way, man. Your family needs you, man. We already know what it is, man. This is the Wednesday bonus banger. So what y'all do with this one? Like, share, subscribe, so y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. What? Be safe out there, people, and stay your ass all the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.